Okay. I don't know. Can anyone hear me? Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I hear you.
All right. Thank you very much. So Amanda, thank you very much for joining us again. And we want to apologize. Kai has been having a network connection issue. From where we are here in Nigeria, our network is very, very stable. It's more stable than Europe, if you know what I mean. So it's very terrible. It's terrible. So I want to welcome you. This is the Tyap Wikimedians user group, currently based in Nigeria here. So, and this is our mentoring program, which we are very glad to have you on today's session. And but before then, I would like to recognize the people who are currently on the call right now. Uh, I can see Thursday, Friday. Okay, I can see you. Thank you for joining us. Gwakap Danjuma, thank you also for joining. Holiness Estefanius, Kali Alamagani, thank you all for joining. I believe today's session is going to be an awesome one because we have Amanda with us. She's going to take us on the CapX activities. She's going to enlighten us on what activities are the CapX involved in and how our community can also key into it. So on this note, while we are still waiting for Kambai to join, I would like us to just proceed from here. Maybe he will catch us along the line. Meanwhile, for the record, this meeting is being recorded. So whatsoever we discuss on this meeting, we can always have it even after the meeting because everything is recorded. So on this note, I would like to invite Amanda, who will come. She will introduce herself properly, and then while she take up the whole session. So we'll just stay at the back seat while we listen. So for those of us who have our question, we can note it down. So at the end of the session, we can be asked our questions back to Amanda. So Amanda, the mic is yours. Thank you very much.
So I am also joining through my phone because my internet is also terrible here.
Wow.
So I think this way you can hear me better.
Yes.
I will take off this a little bit because unless I'm going to get the return of my voice, so please wait a minute if you ask anything. So I need a time to put the headphones on. So my name is Amanda Jurno. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure always to introduce Capacity Exchange to everybody. So I hope you like it. I am based in São Paulo, Brazil, and I am a volunteer member of Wikimedia Brazil. And I am also a program manager of Capacity Exchange, which I'm going to present to you right now. So I'm going to share my screen. And what's really great about CapX is, as you can see on the screen, it's fit into the mobile devices, the mobile devices, because it was designed as mobile first. Because here in Brazil, we also have issues on connection. We also have a lot of people joining the internet on their mobile devices. So it's really important for us that people can join Capacity Exchange on their phones. So you can see that the tool is really adapted on the desktop version, of course, but it was thought first as mobile first. Okay, so here is the homepage. So it's capex.toolforge.org, and you can find this platform. This platform is a work made through 3 years of development, coordinated by Wikimedia Brazil. But it's a project that goes far away from that. So the ideas for the Capacity Exchange begin to take form back in the movement strategy discussions back in 2016, with a lot of people thinking about a way of connecting Wikimedians through the globe. So we thought that we have a lot of capacity internally within the Wikimedia movement. We have an amazing and rich movement, but people don't always know where to find each other or how to connect to each other and how to help each other. And one of the big ideas of the movement strategy 2030 was that we need to invest in capacity building. So that's the name, where the names come from the capacity building. We give a nickname of it to it. Instead of saying always capacity exchange, we also call it CapX. So you can choose the name you want to call it, but it's the same thing. So on the last 3 years, we worked on developing this tool, which is available to everyone to use. And now we are entering an engagement cycle. So for the next 6 months, we are going to be dedicated into outreaching the tool and talking about the tool. So if anyone that is listening to this video now or afterwards, you can call on me to schedule a workshop or a walkthrough or anything that you want to discuss about capacity exchange. I am available. So you can reach to me on CapX at WNO Brazil with an S.org. I will drop on the chat later my email, but it's easily found on our meta page on MetaWiki. Okay. So let me show you how you log in into it. So Capacity Exchange is a tool that aims to connect people around the world, to facilitate the connection. So actually the connection doesn't happen within Capacity Exchange. Capacity Exchange just intermediate this process, and it does that on an accessible way, a multi-language way, which is really, really important. For example, here in Brazil, English is not a very accessible language. It's something that is really expensive. Not everyone speaks English in Brazil. So it's really important for us to be able to access the platform in Portuguese, which is our local language. So the Capacity Exchange is translatable to every language and any language you want to translate into, even if it's a language that just one person speaks. If you want to translate it, it will be translated. So you can access it and you can find someone that matches your needs, because the tool is skill related, is what we called. Every search and everything inside the tool is skill related. So the tool is organized through skills. Okay, so let me show you how you can log in. So you access capex.toolforge.org, and this is the page that you see. You can see here some information. Here is a promotional video, and here is another way to log in. So I'm going to click here on join for the exchange, and it's going to redirect me to the unified login on MetaWiki. So you don't have to create a new username or a new password inside Capacity Exchange. It uses your login on Wikimedia, which is pretty simple, and it's very connected to MetaWiki. As I'm going to show you in a bit, it also uses the messaging service within MetaWiki. So it's really according to the privacy and to the standards that Wikimedians are already aware of. Okay, so here is the homepage, the logged homepage, where there is a greeting to you. And then here is a button that you can go to the explore page, where you can find and filter people based on your needs. You can directly access your profile here. And here are some statistics shown to you about what is already within Capacity Exchange database right now. If you continue going down, you can see that there are some suggestions to you. So profiles to share with based on the capacities, on the skills that I put on my profile. So if I put on my profile that I am available to teach communication, for example, These are people that want to know communication, so I can connect with them. So I can take a look and see if I want to connect to someone, and I can save this person into my own network. This is not public, so only you know that you saved someone. I connect. So I saved, the profile saved successfully, and I can find it here on my saved profiles page. Okay, it's on the menu. So let me just continue. So this is profiles to learn from. So these people have the skills that I want to have. These are people that speaks the same language as I do. So they are willing to speak to me in my own language. These are capacities and skills that it's an important thing. Since we use the name capacity exchange, capacities is a term that we use referring to skills, knowledge, and services. So when we say capacity inside capacity exchange, we are talking about that: skills, knowledge, and services. Okay. Here, recommended capacities to learn, and here you can find our email to send us a suggestion or a feedback. So now let me show you how to navigate capacity exchange. You can change your language. Here you can see that there are a lot of language listed, and if your language is not listed, please tell us and we can add it to the database. Okay, we use the Wikimedia Foundation starting list to put all the community, the Wikimedians communities inside our database, and also the languages. But of course, we used it in 2024, and it's never complete. So if you don't find your community, please don't be mad at us and don't be sad with us. So just tell us and we can add the community to the database with 2 clicks, okay? You can also always use the tool in the dark mode. Some people are very sensitive to light, so you can also use it in the dark mode. Here on the top right of the page, you can see that this is a hamburger menu. Here you can find all the pages inside Capacity Exchange. So you click here and you can go to the home page, to the directory where you can find all the skills inside Capacity Exchange. You can explore profiles. You can see the profiles that you saved. You can report a bug. You can send messages. You can send badges. You can see badges. You can find events. You can find mentorship programs. You can find organizations. And you can see some information on the database. You can also translate the skills here. So I'm going to jump on the skills to give you an understanding of what we are talking about when we talk about capacities inside Capacity Exchange. So to start with, we use the list made by the Let's Connect program. It's a program held by the Wikimedia Foundation. And they developed the list, it was called the Skills Directory. And this list was made through a research inside the community with the most used skills inside Wikimedia communities. So they made this list, we got this list, we improved it, and this is where the capacity directory came from. Now it can be improved. You can send us a skill that you want to see here that is not here. So you can always send us skills, okay? So it's just a starting point to start the conversation, but it's never finished. So there are 4 ways to navigate this list. We have now 137 capacities inside Capacity Exchange, and they are divided into 7 main categories, which is organizational structure, communication, learning and evaluation, community health, social skills, strategic management process, and technology. So for example, on community health, we can click here on this arrow to open the, the daughters of this skill, and we can see that we have anti-harassment tools, community development, conflict management, culture of innovation, experience design, nonviolent communication techniques, policy. So for example, I want to know about policy. I click on this I, which is for information, and it opens the information on the skill. So here is the key ID of Metabase. Here is the key ID on Wikidata. And this description always is pulled first from Metabase, which is more wiki related. But if Metabase doesn't have a skill with that name there, it pulls from Wikidata. So it's always connected to other Wikimedia projects. So you can automatically add to your non, for example, and it goes directly to your profile. So let's go on the top again. And here you can search for a capacity. I don't know where I can find Wikidata, for example. So I type Wikidata here, and it shows me the capacities that has Wikidata on its name. So Wikidata Query Service and Wikidata. So I want to know about Query Service. Oh, here it is. I want to learn it. So I'm going to add it to my wanted skills. Okay, there you go. So this is the way of navigating through main categories divided by thematic areas. You can also click on the second button here to see a tree. So you can have a look on what we have inside the directory. So you can put a zone on it and understand the whole inside the directory. So it's really cool to see and understand everything that is available. So clicking here, it also opens the card with the key IDs and the description, and you also can add them to your profiles. And last but not least, these are divided into thematic areas of work. So we are working with partners to select the 10 most used skills on these areas. So people that work with linguistic equity usually have these skills. So you can see, for example, community engagement is one big skill inside this area, and you can click here and it also opens the card. You can also see knowledge gaps and open education. Okay, so this is the skill directory that is related to every feature inside the tool. Everything inside Capacity Exchange is related to skills because it's a tool that aims to create capacity building. Okay, so how do you do that? You can go to your profile. That's the first step. So you can access Capacity Exchange. You can come to the skills directory to see what there is available and what you can put on your profile. Then you can come to your user profile and edit. So it's opening. So this is my personal profile. So you can copy the link to your profile to send to others, and you can also generate a QR code. For example, if you are in a wiki event and you want to connect to others, you can use it to connect, not only sharing your Instagram, for example, which are paid platforms. This is a platform that is created by Wikimedians and for Wikimedians. So you can use your QR code and you can edit your user profile. I'm going to show you how to do it. But here is the information that you can put. You can write a mini bio about yourself. Here are the badges that you are going to earn through your processes. Here is the wiki birthday of your account. So it says when your account was created. Here is the non-capacities, which is the capacities that you already have, those things that you know, the knowledge, the skills that you have. The available capacities are those that you are willing to share with others. So I am willing to share my knowledge of cultural translation. So if any one of you wants to learn about cultural translation, I am available. And the wanted capacities are those that I am wanting to learn from you. So I would like to see someone that know about community engagement. So I'm going to look for them. You can also state your languages with the proficiency, which is pretty cool because you can add language that you are not comfortable in talking, for example, but you can write and you can read. So it's a possibility of connecting to someone in a language, even without having the capacity of talking into that language. You can put your affiliation as well. And your territory, you can choose to put as a country if you want, or if you are not comfortable stating where you are geographically, you can put your region. So we use the same regions of the Wikimedia Foundation. So there are 8 regions, and you can choose the region that you want. Here are the projects that I am interested in, and here is a button to connect with me. So if you click here on Let's Talk, you're going to be sent to the messaging service, okay? And you can send me a message. So let me show you how to edit your profile. It's pretty simple. You can click here on Edit your user profile. You can type your mini bio. You can type the capacity that you want. That's really important. That's why it's really important that you see the directory first, because you know what there is in the directory. So you can add here, for example, with data. I know with data. So this is my non-capacities. On the available capacities, you can import everything that you know. Oh, I am willing to share everything I know with everyone. So you can click import and it's going to import everything through to here. But I am not willing to share finances, not administrative communication as well. So I delete them and that's it. The same to wanted capacities. On the language, also pretty simple. You can see how it's not showing the list, but that's fine. It's not opening the list of possibilities to you, right? But you can navigate on this, and we also have a user guide on Meta which describes every step inside editing your profile and everything inside Capacity Exchange. So okay, so this is how you edit your profile. And to end my speech and start listen to you, to your questions, and see if you want me to focus on a specific thing, I'm going to show you two more things. Just the explore feed, where you can find people, and some data analytics on the Capacity Exchange database. So you click on the menu and you go to explore, which is this feed, where you can find someone that matches your needs. So you can see that my profile is here on top because I just edited, and there are other people here as well. So for example, I want to find someone that can speak to me in Portuguese. And that's why I think this is an important tool for your community. Here you can find someone that can help you, that can mentor you, okay? So you can search by usernames if you know the name of a person. For example, I want to meet Alberto Leoncio, which is one of our developers. So it didn't. Okay, so I type Alberto, and if there's any user inside it that has that letters on its name, it's going to show me. So now I can see here is Alberto. Yeah, that's the person I'm looking for. Then I can click here on this little guy on the bottom of the card, and it's going to open Alberto's profile. Then I can see his information and I can go to the bottom of it and send him a message. Going back to on the Explore feed, let me show you how you can find someone if you don't know their name. So you can click here on this little icon that says there is a menu inside. And it's not going, I don't think it's going to show you the options inside. Oh, it showed. Oh, God. Thank you. So it shows you the options. And so, for example, I want to see someone that can teach me communication. So I type the letters and it's going to show the options. Then I delete them too. I can put other things, for example. So I can put community health as well. So I want a person that knows both at the same time. And I want them to be speaking, let me see the language here. Oh, you can see that I can choose a territory, an affiliation, and you can choose a language. Some put English because there are more people speaking English than any other language inside Capacity Exchange, because it's the lingua franca, as the 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 chosen language inside the movement. So let me click here to show the results, to see if there is someone that knows both communication and community health and who speaks English. Let me see. Yes, there's some matches to me. So we can see that Ilham Mufiti Laksono, which is on the Tyap region. We can see Stipo Scholar, which is located in South Asia. Hasna, which is also in Asia. And so Fatima Belo, which doesn't have a location. Kambaya Cow, you can help me. So that's how you find people here. So let me send a message. I'm going to send you a message to show how we can send the message. So I go to his profile and then I can see his information inside. And this language is really important to specify because, for example, if I write my profile in Portuguese, you can see that it's in Portuguese and you can go to an automated translation tool and go to translate that content into your account. This is the only information that is not translatable inside Capacity Exchange, okay? So I come here and I click on Let's Talk. And you can see that the form is already filled with the information of who is sending the message, to whom. So here is Kambaya Cow, which is available. If you go directly into this messaging service, which you can find here on the menu, which is messages, you can also type the name of this person. And it's going to tell you if this person is available inside Capacity Exchange, okay? This available also means that Kambaya Cow has an email connected to his Wikimedia account, which gives me the option to send an email or to send a message on the talk page. So I want to send an email. Hi, nice seeing you. I'm just sending this to show you how it's done. And then you can just click on send message. And here is a disclaimer that says that this message is sent by Meta. If your account and the user's account are linked to an email address, you can choose to send a message via email or talk page. If either part does not have an email address linked to their Wikimedia account, the message will be sent via the user talk page. Please note that you receive a reply on MetaWiki when sending messages via talk page. But if you send an email, you may receive a reply via email as well. So confirm, send. And congratulations, you can now view your sent messages in the sent tab. So Levi is going to see his email and see that I sent him a message. We already exchanged emails to CapX before. So on sent messages, we do not store the content of the message because this platform is really concerned about privacy. So the database only saves the name of the person you wrote to, the status of the message which is sent, the method used, so I use the email, and the date you were sent. Just that. We don't store your title message, the title of the message, not even the content of the message. Okay. So last thing I want to show you is our data analytics page, which shows beautifully how our database is diverse. So today we have 1,499 users. So one of you can be the 1,500 user of Capacity Exchange, and we can browse this on a map view, which is pretty cool, and you can put it up and down, which is my favorite thing here. So you can choose if you want to see the word on which direction, and you can navigate this information through regions. So for example, let's see Sub-Saharan Africa, which is the most common region inside Kapash Exchange. These guys are the best. They are gaining the race inside Kapash Exchange. So let's see, and we can see the region is highlighted in the map. It says how many countries there is in that territory. You can see that there are 131 users declare the region as Sub-Saharan Africa. The most spoken languages inside these regions declared inside Capacity Exchange are English, Igbo, Dagbani, French, and Arabic. And you can also see information on the capacities. So it's pretty cool. I invite you everyone to browse this, and you can navigate also. You can click again on the region to unselect it. Okay, so if you select, you click once, and then unselect, click twice. Okay. You can also navigate by language. So for example, let's see Dagbani language. We have 14 people that speaks Dagbani, and they are all located in Sub-Saharan Africa. So there's no one speaking Dagbani outside Sub-Saharan Africa. So this is an important information to see of languages and also about the capacities. So you can also navigate by capacities to see, for example, let me unselect here, see plan and strategy. And you can see the Sub-Saharan Africa is also winning on plan and strategy. This is the place that we have most Wikimedians that know plan and strategy. And of course, this is related to the Capacity Exchange database. So the more our communities come to Capacity Exchange and put their information on what they know and what they want to know, the more this data page helps us make strategic decision on capacity building. Okay, so that's why we ask everyone to be an outreacher of Capacity Exchange with us, to let people know the possibilities, because this is a place where we can decentralize help. If you are a newbie inside Wikimedia and you don't know where to start, here's the place to come, because here you can find someone that can speak your language, that has what you want to learn, and you can send them directly a message, and you can, I don't know, see all the information. I came into the movement 2021 and I didn't know anyone. I don't know a lot of people yet because Wikimedia is really big, but I do know some people. So if I think about Wikidata, I know who to call. If I think about Wiksource, I know who to write to. But when you are entering the movement, you don't know who are the people who can help you. So this is a tool that helps with that, okay? And we also have more information here about languages. So, for example, the second most spoken language inside Capacity Exchange is French, followed by Spanish, German, Indonesian, and Portuguese. And then we can see also about capacities, which are the most wanted, the most shared capacities inside Capacity Exchange, and also about territory. So Sub-Saharan Africa is the region with the most representation inside Capacity Exchange, followed by Northern and Western Europe, then the ESEAP, LAC, and so forth. So this is a tool with a lot of potential. I didn't show you all of its feature because it's a lot, and I would be speaking solely here for hours. But I invite you everyone to log in, to use Capacity Exchange, to browse it, to see the possibilities. You can email me anytime you want just to test the tool. So be free to email me on my username, and if you want, we can also schedule a workshop with your community. So if you want me to help you understand how to translate the tool, just tell me a date and then we can meet, and I can be for an hour teaching you how to translate the tool. If you want to use the tool to incorporate your mentorship program, for example, just let's talk, and then I can can show you how this works and how you can be part of it. So now we have 4 partners: the Language Diversity Hub, the EduWiki Hub, the African Wiki Women, and Wikimedia Brazil having their mentorship programs inside Capacity Exchange. So if you think that your community could be also using Capacity Exchange to organize the registration form on your mentorship program, please let me know. I am available to help you and to walk you through the Capacity Exchange. So I think I would like to hear. Yes, Judith. Let me just put my headphone.
Okay, Jody, I believe do you have a question for Amanda?
No, no, no. I don't have a question. I was just zooming on what she's sharing on the screen when I pressed on that.
Okay.
It always happens. That's fine. Does anyone have any question? Do you have any question to me? Can I explain anything?
Well, first, I just want to appreciate you for taking your time to break down all of this to the community. Because I remember the last time I had anything to do with CapX, I think that was like about 15 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. So I just visited us. I checked the activities. Then the interface was not fully set up. A whole lot of things were not well set up. But now that you are navigating all of this, I can see that a lot of work has been done. So kudos to you guys. Kudos to the team. So well done, everyone. And I think you have done justice to this, and the community are so grateful for this opportunity we have with you this evening, because it has actually opened our eyes to another different perspective. You know, as far as the Mentor Me program is concerned, there are moments where we go around searching for people who partner with us, just like this session. But reaching out to one person, another person, the response were not so quick or friendly. But I think with this idea of CapX, is going to be a very good a game changer for us, because it can actually help us to find the right people at the right time. So thank you very much, Amanda. We appreciate you. But then I just have a little question, maybe a short one. I can see that the CapX is more like a community, sharing ideas among themselves. So, and I also know about another one called the Let's Connect. So I want to know, are there any correlation between CapX and Let's Connect? I want to know, Amanda.
No, we were great partners, but we incorporated their registration process and their profiles inside Capacity Exchange. It was a job that we did on the last year of development, but they now are entering a new phase. They are going to public disclaim that, so I'm not going to give you information to not pass on what they have to
No.
say. But from now on, their registration process will not be anymore inside Capacity Exchange. So about Let's
Okay.
Connect, I will ask you to wait a little bit until their public disclaimer about what's going to happen about them. But the big difference between us both, on the beginning of the project, when we didn't have a platform, there was a lot of people that associated both and thought that we were the same thing. But there are some
Oh,
big difference behind the both projects. So Let's Connect is a
oh,
foundation program. Capacity Exchange is a community program, so it's led by the community. So it had a funding from the foundation, but it's independent. This is one
okay.
main difference. Another main difference is Let's Connect is focused on the processes of sharing. So they organize what they call their clinics, where people can learn about things, and they help intermediate these connections. Capacity Exchange offers a platform, a technical platform for you to meet someone. So if you need help talking to someone, you have to find these peer support programs. So, for example, we have now the Volunteer Supporters Network Hub, which can do that for you. So, for example, you can connect with the community, find here the perfect person for your program, but he or she doesn't speak Dagbani, for example, and you want it to be
Yeah.
on Dagbani, then you can come to Volunteer Supporters Network Hub and ask them help to support with the translations, for example. And then can organize that. They do the social stuff. Capacity Exchange does the technical stuff. So this is a big difference. The connection of Capacity Exchange happens outside, either on a peer program as the Volunteer Supporters Network, for example, or through email, through talk page. The advantage of Capacity Exchange compared, for example, with MetaWiki, which is the most common question that we have, why it's not created in MetaWiki? Because MetaWiki, although it is multi-language, it is not searchable, and it's not, you cannot search people based on different aspects. On Capacity Exchange, you can filter people based on a lot of, let me show again, based on a lot of aspects. So you can filter by language, by territory, by affiliation, uh, and by skill, which is the most important thing inside Capacity Exchange, the skill. So you can put the skill that you want to see. You can um, select if you want just to find people that are willing to learn, are willing to share, or people that know that. So, for example, if you want to get to know your community, this is a really cool stuff to see. So you can see, for example, let me see Wikimedia Brazil here and see everybody that is inside Wikimedia Brazil. And then you can see everybody, what everybody has, all the capacities that I do have inside my community. Then I can do a strategic decision on this semester. We are organizing, let me see what people want. We are going to organize a workshop on mentorship program. So I make these decisions based on data. This what is good for organizations, for example, inside capacity exchange, to have information and make strategic decisions about your capacity building initiatives with data about your community. So this is pretty cool. I don't know if I answered your question entirely, but I'm afraid I'm going to give news on Let's Connect that they didn't they didn't disclaim yet. So I I prefer to wait a minute.
Okay. Thank you, Amanda. I think you've done justice to the question I raised because I was a little bit confused earlier to the difference between the CapX and the Let's Connect, but now I think I'm very much clear. And again, you made mention of if the we want to partner, the Mentor Me program would like to partner with CapX. I think that is a very good one because the Mentor Me program is the second year because we are just a small community who is currently upcoming, and this is our second year of this Mentor Me, and I think it is something that have come to stay. We are trying to see how we can be able to sustain it for a reasonable period of time. So with this now, I think it will be okay for us to reach out to you and then to see how we can partner together using this to
Yes.
also carry on our programs. So thank you very much. And just to let you know, Amanda, that the Mentor Me, this particular one is called Stream One. Mentor Me Stream 1. So this year we're going to have Mentor Me Stream 2 somewhere around September. We are going to begin. So please just let you know that we will reach out to you around somewhere around that period. So you can also come on board again and share other things because you made mention that you are also you can teach the cultural translation. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that part, yeah, we would like to know more about that. So maybe when the time approaches, Kamba will reach out to you as well, so that we can see how you can also come on board. And then talking about incorporating our members into the CapX program, I think it is something that we are going to take it very seriously as a community to see how we can bring in our people to register on the CapX and to also benefit from the activities that is happening on the CapX. This I assure you. So thank you very much, Amanda. And on this
Thank you
note,
so
I just want
much.
to thank you. I just want to open the whole thing because it's more or less like me and you were just having conversation. So we have other community members on the call. So I would just like to let the whole thing open in case anybody have a question. And just to know, combined network have not on, so he's unavoidably absent. He was unable to connect with us. So anybody with question for Anda, because a whole lot have been exposed today, which is going to be very, very beneficial to our community. And I'm just thankful for this opportunity. So anyone with question for Amanda?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear, we can hear
All
you.
right. My name is Danjuma Anthony, and for Amanda, we really appreciate your effort this evening and for this knowledge that you bring into our user group here. We really appreciate you. Okay, my own is not like a question, it's just that I visited this page before. Yes, I think it should be either 2 or 3 months ago, but I couldn't understand what is there. So right now, since I've at least learned a little about the whole thing, then I'll have to go back again to see how I can be able to do 1 or 2 things on this CapX. We really appreciate you, Amanda. Thank you, and see you once again.
Hi, Danjuma.
Thank
It makes me really happy. That means that I did my job properly.
you so much,
Thank you so
Amanda.
much. Thank you so much. And I am also always available. If you believe that you don't understand about anything on CapEx, please reach out to me, and then I can schedule. All my time is available for community. And now, as I was saying, we ended this 3 year of development, and now we are going to pass 6 months, no more developing, just maintaining the tool and outreaching. So all the work is going to be focused on outreach and letting people understand the tool, so we can start a new development cycle on the future with new features and anything that you want. It could be incorporated into Capacity Exchange. Please let me know, because this is very valuable information for us for the future development. Um, until now, until June, we were always updating the tool because we were developing it. But for the next 6 months, it's going to stay like this, so you'll not miss any update. It's going to stay like that. Just let me know if you find any bugs, because tools always always have bugs.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's the features are staying like that, so you can see them, you can use them, and you can please let me know if you could. I can also You can also, for example, Danjuma, tell me, oh, Amanda, it should be great if you do a tutorial video on how to navigate the Explore feed. So I can try with the team, work on that video. All this information that you can bring to me are very valuable, because it helps me do my job properly and make what we want, that make you use and get the best of this tool, because I'm in love with this tool. I know I'm not the best person to say that, and you'll probably be suspicious of that, but I am in love with this tool. I do believe in that, and I think it's amazing. So
Thank you very much, Amanda. So, any other question for Amanda before our time is fast spent? Any other question for Amanda? Okay. So it seems no further question. For those of us who are currently on the call, please note that this call is being recorded, and the link will be shared on our meta page, the Mentor Me Mentor page. You can access it there. In case you want to watch it again, you can always visit and watch to learn more about X. So again, thank you very much, Amanda. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Amanda. Thank you. So just to also let you come by, wish to be here, but unfortunately he was unable. The network kicked him out completely. So sad, so sad. So to everyone on the call, we just want to appreciate you, especially to you, Amanda. I don't know. I lack words. I lack what to say. But thank you very much, and we hope to reconnect with you again somewhere around between September down to November. We'll see how we can reach out so that we can also partner again. So thank you very much. And before we go, any final notes for the Tyap Wikimedians community, Amanda? Before we go,
I am dropping my email. Amanda Jurno. This is the CapX email, which gets to me also, and this is my direct email. So please feel free to reach out to me. And I am sharing the screen, the user guide. I worked very hard on that documentation, so I believe there is everything you need to know inside it. If it doesn't, please let me know. We didn't create a lot of videos because as the tool was evolving, the videos get what's the contrary of update? It's the dated. I forgot the name in English. So it got
okay.
old pretty fast. So it was not worth it. But now that the tool is developed, we are going to work on the tutorial videos for you, and you can also always visit this page. This is where we keep all the documentation of Capacity Exchange, so you can always come here to find the information about it.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll sure
Thank
do
you
that.
so much for
And
the opportunity.
yeah, honestly, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. So I think on this note, we have come to the end of today's session. And in the absence of any other question for Amanda, we just want to recognize the people who are currently on the call. Benjamin, thank you very much. And Judith, thank you. And Kali, Alamadi, thank you very much. And Tessie too, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. And
Thank you
a
for your
special
time.
thanks on behalf Thank you. On behalf of the Tyap Wikimedia user group, we just want to appreciate everyone, especially Amanda, for taking her time to be with us this evening. We look forward to reconnecting with you again. Amanda, thank you and do have a lovely evening, everyone. Bye bye.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
All right. All right. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank
bye.
you. All right. And to us on the call, we will meeting tomorrow for our final session for the Scrum One Mentor Meet. We look forward to meeting you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, so welcome back. See you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
To, Jole, a da shamba na kwana miya ne.
Gaga.
A
Ayani.
wat kankaran bat ala. Oh, network ufuna Jole kamba ya liana.
Ntamu man. Alenye
Antali ko
chirejesha.
ali
Enyana.
ali
Enyana
ku
nye
ya
jini njejesha.
ka ngo gut.
To.
Allah.
No manje nba. Alia mnini. Nungna egwaza. Sisemi. Wambi ali network
Yoke,
dunu. Ehe.
ada yung nga yang na ba?
Ka get kamba. Kamba chanchodwa.
Kag ala ile anya ba.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Thank you
nunga
for
jogo
man.
na. Do ko yan.
Alright. No
Sai zuwa
problem.
liya.
Thank you. Alright. See you soon. Doctor Kali, thank you very much, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.